Hi, I'm Leah, and welcome to Enlightened Mystic Essentials. And today we are going to look into the month of January for our monthly informative, right? Our monthly informative was given to us at the TTOD that we had, Talks Terror Over Drinks. And we received some messages there. But in this insight is where I'm going to break that message that we received from Spirit, at that time for the month. If you are new to my channel, I'm Leah. I read numbers, messages, and numbers, colors, and I talk to spirits, right? So before we get into our monthly informative, we already received a spiritual message. And if you have not looked at the message I posted at Dark Mystics, which is the sister channel to Enlightened Mystic Essentials, I posted at both channels because it was about the blockages for January, right? And here, once again, there remains a block, right? So what did we receive in our spiritual message? The four coin. The four coin, right? The holding back or the holding off or the holding in, right? That block towards the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups represents happiness, right? Happiness, some type of feelings towards happiness, whether it be someone feels like they want to be happy, they're going to be successful, but it's holding back, holding off. The four of coin is the blocking of something valuable, whether it be some type of valuable information not coming in or some type of wisdom, right? It's all about your mindset, because here what needs to be done is the grounding of feelings. See that? And then they tell us why a person is blocked from their happiness. Why is a person in a state of unsureness in their feelings? Because blindness is here. And if you watch the insight that I posted yesterday from Dark Mystics, blindness kept coming out. Blindness represents the two of swords. I also let you all know that in the TTOD we talked about the year of the Emperor. That is 2020. And this is a year of being logical, right? Reason, right? Having a lot of reason, but being stable and successful. So once again, we're coming into January shaky. But why is a person blind, right? Why is a person blind? Because a person is not going with the ebb and flow. A person is not going with the currency. A person does not see, right, that maybe it is time to release. We also talked about this in TTOD. We also received Ocean and who are you dealing with? Who are you dealing with? I did air and water and fire and earth, and ocean came out. But a person is blinded, right? Is blinded. And here, right, there's a snake. And this deck is the shapeshifter deck. So when I look at this card, it can change, right? It can change. And if some of you of your third eye is open or your spiritual is heightened, you may see the images actually moving, right? Because see, in this card yesterday, it was two masculine energies here. But today there's a masculine and there's a feminine all the way in the background. Now, the thing about it is this snake that's here, right? And anytime a snake is upon the ground, it represents damage, danger, no good, right? So what has happened here is the feminine energy has already been bitten. And the snake is on its way to finish the masculine energy, but the masculine energy is already fading away. So this could also talk about the destruction or the breakups or the ending of some type of bondship, relationship, partnerships, right? And when we talk about partnerships, this is when we get into the employee, employer, co-workers, right? The bonding of two, or the linking or the connecting of two, where it takes two parties to make a connection. But a snake is here. So a person is not blinded, whether it be that they do not see the signs, right? Whether they do not take heed, right, to what has been seen, what has been heard. And I also hear what has been taught, right? What has been taught. But blindness is here. And someone needs to find out, right, how or what steps needs to be taken, right, to get out the two of swords, or the blind state of being. Now, usually in the two of swords, we'll see a person with two swords over their face or over their eyes, or sometimes they're blindfolded. But in my deck, there is a dog there in the two of swords, and dogs represent friend of enemy. Someone is listening to a person that is no good, right? No good, right? And even if we were to say the snake represents the person, a friend or enemy, someone is literally putting themselves in a position to fail. See that? And they don't know it, right? Listening to friends. Everyone around you does not know what's always best for you, right? What's best for you. And the message yesterday was also about you living your own life for you and not someone else. But it seems like your happiness is going to stay blocked until you get it in your feelings, because that is the gut, right? Within your mind to move away from this person, or to go with the heavens flow, or the flow, right? To bring in your success. And I also talked about factors of water, right? Water does not only represent feelings. Water represents the bounce back to life, like getting your life on track and the rejuvenation of life, where maybe someone feels like every time I turn around, I'm constantly hitting a stumbling block. Every time I turn around, everyone is like crabs in a pot. No one wants to see me go up. No one wants to see me move forward. And you have people that are down and out, right? Down and out. But what you need to do is go to a natural stream of water. I've been giving this message for the last month or two. Go to a natural stream of water, whether it's an ocean, a river, a brook, a creek, a pond, right? That is connected to a massive body of water, lakes, and release, right? Release. Because until you do, happiness is not going to come in. There's a block. Spirit, what needs to be surrendered, released, or accepted for blindness? When I seen these cards jump out, especially this 4 of coin, I said, oh boy. Okay, it continues, right? So we received 2 cards. One is hidden. What cannot be seen, right? What is not seen. This is hidden. Surrender, right? Surrender to silence. Right? Surrender to silence. And the other one we receive, right, is face down upon, right? Face down upon the blindness, right? Blindness towards the 9 of Cups. You receive surrender, fear. Surrender, fear. What? Why? I mean, when you think about the situation, are you afraid? Are some of you afraid that you're going to lose a friend, right? A friend, a family member, a co-worker, a job. There's some type of fear that is blinding you from your happiness. First one out, surrender to silence, right? Surrender to silence. It says, in quiet meditation, and also at the TTOD, I broke down the 3 levels of consciousness in partaking in meditation. It says, in quiet meditation or contemplation, let go and enter the stillness within. Silence can heal and replenish you. Also in this image, right, it's like a lighthouse, but look at the water. Once again, water is indicated. Water. Who needs to release? What needs to be released? Holding in. And at the same time, if this isn't an outside person, this could be you. You. Be careful that you do not block your own self, because the message yesterday was getting out of your own way and allowing spirit in. It continues, a continuous cycle. Surrender fear over your blindness of happiness or the block. What is it that you do not see that is keeping you blinded to your happiness, or what is keeping you stuck in your feelings? It says, let go of the fearful stories you tell yourself. Stay in the moment. Focus on solutions and celebrate every baby step forward. Movement, progression. Every step that you take, you should be giving yourself a pat on the back or some type of round of applause, because for many it's going to be easy, but for others, that one step to take to move forward is going to be very hard. But then and again, they keep telling us that you are in your head, because it says let go of the fearful stories you are telling yourself. So for those who are keeping their own selves blocked, make sure you go and look at the message yesterday that was about procrastination. Someone is fake or has an artificial heart around you. And I forgot what the other one was about, but I remember that procrastination, right? So let's look into, right, the fear. Let's look at this surrender to fear. Why is it necessary for you to surrender to your fears? Insight. Spirit for all to see, know, feel, hear, and understand. What is the insight into surrendering the fears? Right? Getting out of this place too. Getting out of this place of being stuck. Right? What must many of us do? Some men towards the block. This is also an indicator that a lot of us need to do some type of work here. Some men. Or if you need to call on the angelic realm, the heavenly realm, the spiritual realm, the angels, the ancestors, it is time to call them forth and ask them to remove that block. Some may not, because some men comes in as a 4. What is the 4? What you will accept, what you will reject, or what will keep you blocked or stuck. But together they represent the 8. What is the 8? Spiritual rebirths and rejuvenations, also known as a transformation, calling for a spirit to a person. See that? Some men, the person who needs to some men, and the situation that is blocked. See that? 4 coins. Do what you gotta do, right? Do what you gotta do. And for your surrender to fear, you receive invisible. Invisible. This is a wounded energy here, right? Feminine. Entering into a mirror. Mirrors are spiritual portals, spiritual doorways. And then when you go into the invisible, this is you entering into the spiritual realm, right? And what are you going to do when you get there? You are going to ask or receive help to allow you to surrender your fears, right? To build your mind. And invisible comes in as a 7. What is the 7? 7 is a number of self-reflection. It is time for a lot of you to call in help, right? whether it be to remove these blockages from the outside or remove fears from the inside. Plain and simple. But together here, two feminine energies. Someone is wounded either way. A feminine in summoning, right? Help, calling on help, or a feminine energy when it comes to the spiritual realm. You know, you have to heal these things. You have to, you know, put on your big boy pants and your big girl pants and do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do, right? Do what you gotta do, plain and simple. Let's look into, right, this blindness. Let's look into why a person is blinded from their happiness. Let's look into why a person is blocking their happiness, success, abundance, wealth, right? Why? Spirit, why is blindness here? Why is the indecision here? Right? Why is the indecision here? Ooh, thank you. On top of blindness, right? On top of blindness, you receive Page of Coins, right? A solid offer, right? A solid offer towards what? Strength. Strength is, that's the card that popped up. A solid offer. What must a person do, right? Receive a solid offer, right? Passage. That's the stream of water once again. To step up over confusion and walk into strength. See that? Page of Coins, strength. Page of Coins, strength. What must you do? Right? What must you do? Why is the Page of Coin and strength here, Spirit? And strength comes in as an 8 as well. What is hidden? What is not seen? What cannot be seen? What cannot, you know, what is a person not expecting? Because I hear expecting. You receive the 4 of Swords and the 10 of Swords. Someone is all in their head. What can you not see right now, right? What can you not see, right, in your life? Or what can you not see because it is unknown to you? Recovery towards the end. See that? Recovery towards the end. 4 of Swords, 10 of Swords. The recovery towards the end of what? Fear. And this block. 4 coin. And the block. Many are going to do what they have to do. Many are going to do what they have to do underneath the deck. The 6 of Swords. Let's get it. Movement forward, baby. And major actions behind it. Let's go. King of Staff. Page of Staff. The Lovers. The Sun. Let's go. 8 of Staff. Towards the Moon. Yes. Someone is going to get it. Someone is going to get it. What are they telling us? Major actions are going to be taken, right, to move forward. See that? Move forward. 6 of Swords. King of Staff towards the 6 of Swords. And here in the King of Staff, that blue beetle in the corner represents divine. Divine. Someone here, right? They may be all in their head, right? Because in the King of Staff, the sky is blue. But in the 6 of Swords, the sky is gray. Gray represents confusion. Blue represents cool, calm, and collective. Someone is going to take massive actions in their mental to get the ball rolling, to get out of a state of confusion. Someone is ready. Someone is ready. And when they, right, take action, what is going to be done, right? What is going to be done? The message is coming in. And this insight can serve as this message to do what? Bring forth a balance in a loving situation, because the lovers isn't just a lover situation. Someone is going to receive the message to bring a balance to any type of friendship, partnership, lovership, right? Yeah, workships, any type of bondship that they may be connecting into, right? Bring that balance, because the lovers is major arcana number 6. And then they tell you what? They give you a key, right? A key. You have heard me talk about a key to life before. The illumination or the celebration of the balancing, right, of a dominant and a feminine energy. This is that relationship, right? Some type of illumination, incitement is coming about balancing anything that you are partaking in, right? But then what must you do? The illumination, right? The backside of the sun, right? Because see, the sun is pushing towards the lovers. Let me show you. And the relationships, come here, hold on, come here. And the relationship that you may be in, right, into, any type of connection that you are into, the sun is pushing forward. But because the sun is moving into the lovers, what is being illuminated after the fact? Communication. 8 of staff. You see that? 8 of staff, because the sun is a luminary of this world. It's a luminary. It is also part of a completion. The sun, the moon, and the stars is one completion. You cannot have one without the other, or one without the other two. It is a completion. So when the sun moves into balancing relationships that you are into, right, dealing with or involved with, communication comes. But when communication comes or communication is highlighted, where is this communication being guided towards or being guided to? The moon. The moon represents the spiritual realm, also all things unseen, unknown. But what is surrounding the 8 of staffs? Major changes. See that? The sun is a major, the moon is a major, and the 8 of staff comes in as an 8, transformation. See that? So where a person had a fear, where a person was not talking, let me show you. Where a person had a fear, right? Where a person was too quiet. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. Leah, I don't know. Where a person was blinded, you have received your confirmation to open up, to speak up, right? For your recovery, to take action, to move forward. Yeah, come here, right? Towards receiving your strength. You see that? That's how it goes. To do what you need to do to balance out this situation. More keys. They're giving you more and more keys to life, right? Everybody does not receive these keys. Everyone does not see the keys, right? So even when you receive one key, that's a blessing. And the keys are called key of light. Key of light. Right? Some type of knowledge and information that comes from the spiritual realm, from the heavens, from the divines, to help you along this physical realm and this physical life we live in. See? They give you keys. Let's get into our January, right? informative, right? So what did we receive at our TTOD? The planet that is being highlighted is Neptune, right? So this is a month about Neptune. You also received desert, right? Desert or vision quest. Let me see if you can see it. Vision quest. But along with your desert did not just fall out by itself, right? Desert came out with green man, right? Or synergy. I hope you can see it, because I know sometimes the words up top show, but the ones at the bottom do not. See that? Green man. Along with the moon insight. Moon insight. Moon. So, this is how it's going to be. We're going to do it as a quarterly reading, but we have to, we'll do it every 3 months on the 4th month, really, to get the cards. So Neptune, right, is being highlighted this month. Neptune says your fantasies, yearnings, longings, and potential for illusion. This is where the problem can come in January with Neptune. Because we are in the year of the emperor, right? One of the downsides of the emperor is having the big head, right? Know everything. Can't tell a person anything, right? So when it says potential for illusion, a lot of people may literally psych themselves out to think that something is true when it's not. Or a person's imagination may get the best of them. See that? Be careful. Be careful. Right? So fantasies is here. That's also could be illusion, because it's just according to what is being put into your mind, right? Vision quest talks more about your journey, right? Your path, how you see your journey, how you see your path. Synergy talks about a rebirth coming in, right? Rebirth towards the moon. We need this spiritual realm. A lot of you are going to be guided. A lot of you are going to be led, right, to lean more in this month onto the spiritual realm for changes, because the moon comes in as a 5. What is the 5? Changes. A lot of you are going to learn how to get out of your head and see things for what they really are. See people for who they really are as you journey. See that? As you journey along your path, right? A rebirth is going to take place. A transformation is going to take place, and it's going to either be towards the spiritual realm, or it's going to be for a spiritual purpose. You see that? Let's get it. That's what I'm talking about. A spiritual purpose. So now let's look into this Neptune. Let's see why Neptune is here. Why Neptune is here, right? Don't psych yourself out too much, right? Stay grounded, because the upside of this year is being grounded in success and being stable. You see that? Stable. Spirit, why is Neptune here? For all to see, feel, hear, and understand. Between Neptune and Vision Quest, you receive a choice. Let me get it. Choice. Neptune and Vision Quest. Neptune, a choice needs to be made. A choice needs to be made. And then they tell us that choice comes in as a 6. Some type of balance choice needs to be made, right? Out of your head, right? Focus on your journey. Out of a state of fantasy. Out of a state of illusion, to make a balanced choice as you journey in this physical world, right? Be careful. Be careful, because when you start getting into like illusion, that's like trickery of the mind. You see that? Trickery of the mind. And you don't want the devil, right? Because see, this choice literally is major arcana, the devil. You don't want the devil to come in and lead you down the wrong path, right? Wrong path. Spirit, why is this choice here? Two of Cups. Why is it here? A decision must be made, right? Upon a commitment, a relationship, a marriage, a friendship, some type of connecting factors of two. But here you will have the upper hand because the snake's head at the top, and we received this yesterday, is pointing up. That is the heavenly wisdom, spiritual wisdom, right? Of two connecting factors standing or stepping over confusion. Yeah. And here we have the indications of two connecting factors, Two of Cups, and then the masculine, feminine. See that? The illumination or celebration of two connecting factors. That is the goal in the background. Yep. Some type of bondship. Spirit, clarify the Two of Cups. Why is it here? Someone is wounded. See that? Some type of decision has to be made in some type of relationship factor. Connecting of two factors. Someone is wounded. What is going on in the Nine of Staff? Someone is ready to go. Someone is ready to move on, right? Move forward, right? They are on a new journey. That is the Ace of Staff in the wounded warrior's hand. But they are waiting on communication. That is the Eight of Staff in the background. Until this person gets up and move, they're going to continue to sit on grounds of confusion because that is great ground. So now some type of they tell us that some type of communication needs to come in, right? Whether it be a person moving forward into a partnership, right? Or a person leaving a partnership. But I see, right? Because it could be a person going into a new partnership. But it's like the wounded warrior is going into or facing the Two of Cups. So some type of move where one becomes two, right? Two connecting factors. And the reason why I said it could be someone ready to leave out of one situation and go into another, because this also indicates third parties. Leaving one relationship to go into another. Be careful. Be careful. Underneath the deck, see a heartbreak. Three of Swords is here. A heartbreak is here. The High Priestess is here. Could be a secret, see? Could be a secret. Balance, Six of Coins. Two of Coins. Someone is juggling, struggling. But what? Someone is going to receive that insight. Hangman. The Ten of Cups is here. And the Ace of Staff. New journey, new opportunity. So what are they telling us? Someone is going to go through a heartbreak. See that? High Priestess towards the Three of Swords. Someone does not see this heartbreak yet. Secret heartbreak. See that? Someone could also at this time be all in their head about what just happened. The High Priestess wall is gray. And the person who experiences the heartbreak, surrounded in gray. And when this person goes through their heartbreak, what is going to be done? A person is going to have to rejuvenate, rebuild, right? Wash away, release. That is why the person is laying in the puddle of water or sitting, kneeling in the puddle of water. So a heartbreak is going to come out of nowhere, right? Nowhere. And then they tell us what? Even though this heartbreak is going to come out of nowhere, a balance needs to come in. So someone is going to face, right, a secret heartbreak, right? Or they are secretly facing a heartbreak, but it is necessary for the equal give and take or the balance to come in. See that? Six of Coins. Why? Because someone has been juggling, struggling. See that? Juggling, struggling. 2 of coins. What has a person been juggling, struggling about? The 8 of coins. The 8 of coins is the building up of solid, right? Which way to go? Because this is also a person who has value in their path, value in their hand, and the tool they need to build up their balance. Someone has been juggling their own balance. Once again, third parties. 1, 2, 3. It's indicated. But then they tell us some type of insight is gonna come in about this juggling situationship. See that? Situation. Someone is on grounds of confusion. I don't know if I should stand up. Should I go up, down, round and round? I'm not sure. And then the divines come in and say, here we go. You ask for insight, we're gonna give you insight, right? Give you insight. And the insight that comes in is away from a home situation. See how the hangman goes away from the 10 of cups? Is away from stability. See that? Away from a foundation, away from a structure, away from some type of building. So this could also be a job, right? Any type of standing foundation. Away from that. And when they take your eyes away from home or your job or some type of building or structure, what are they going to lead you or guide you to is a new opportunity. Ace of staff. A lot may not want to hear it, but this is what it is. They told you, green man synergy towards the spiritual realm, the moon. The moon. See that? The moon. A lot of you are in illusion upon your journeys or your quests right now because there are third parties here. And if you are not in a third party by knowledge, meaning your knowledge, the person who you are dealing with or the person that you are involved with, maybe. Because they told you in the beginning it's time to make a balanced choice for some type of relationship partnership. And it was too many indications of feminine masculine here. Feminine masculine. Feminine masculine. This is twos. Another 2 was juggle, struggle. See that? Another 2 was the 6 of coin. 3 on one hand, 3 on another. And then they told us what? The high priestess is a 2, major arcana number 2, towards the 3 of swords. 3s. So open your eyes, pay attention. If you see any type of indication that something is not right, it is time of a decision that needs to be made. Could be about a partnership, right? Could be a lover's relationship, friendship. Some type of connecting factors or 2, a job. See, that could be a balanced choice towards the 2 of cups. Something that involves feelings, see, between 2 connecting parties or 2 connecting factors, because some type of spiritual wisdom is going to be received. And this is why it is being illuminated, stepping up over confusion. Do what you got to do for you. I'm telling you, do what you got to do for you. Let's look into your attraction, because I said I wanted to start getting back into attraction because I see it's a need for it. And the attraction messages is about reforming your mind, right? And thinking clear thoughts or positive thoughts to help you receive, right? It could be a financial gain. It could be it doesn't matter, long as it's a gain, right? Emotional gain, a gain of action, right? Getting you into a place of not being in the dark. That's what I'm about. I help you coming out of these places and these spaces of confusion, getting out of that, right? Helping you see clearly, trying to assist you in making the correct choices and making the correct decisions. Same thing. Let's get into the attraction for the month. I think this is how I'm going to incorporate our attraction again this when we do these monthly informatives, right? So Spirit, for the month of January, what is to be gained? That came out quick. You see it? Boom. What is going to be gained, right? We received a 2. Opportunity, miss opportunity, right? Choices, decision, options, right? Time to make a choice. It says, I do not need to have money to attract money, right? Or it could also say anything. It could say, I do not need to have people to attract people. You fill in the blank. It says you do not have to have money to attract money, but you cannot feel poor. See that? You cannot feel poor and attract money. That can go for anything. The key is you have to find ways of improving the way you feel, right? From right where you stand before things can begin to change. By softening your attention to the things that are going wrong, and by beginning to tell stories that lean more into the direction you want instead of the direction of what is currently happening. Your vibration will shift. Your point of attraction will shift. And you will get different results. And that's what we talked about at TTOD. Comes in as a 2. Thought of action, plan of action, the connecting factors of 2. At the end of the day, you have to reform your mind and get your mind right, because there is always a balance to be maintained. Look, up and down, balance, yin and yang. Everything interlocks with its own. See that? Interlocks. So, I mean, if you want another job, right? That's just like saying, I do not need to have a job to attract a job. I do not need to have love to attract love or another love. It's all about your mind. All about your mind. Yeah. I do not need to have one opportunity only to attract another. You don't have to have it. It's all about your mind, right? 2. Spirit, why is this attraction here, right? Attraction, 2. Oh, victory is here. Victory, 6. Balance. Victory towards the god of air or the queen of swords. Someone who is mentally wounded. Right? Food for knowledge. Food for thought. A victory is here. Both are air element 1. So the thought of action. Why is the attraction here? You have to think victorious in order to get victorious results. Plain and simple. Spirit clarified victory towards the queen of swords. I'm stuck. You got to have major feelings. Look, major feelings. Major feelings. You got to understand. You got to understand major feelings. Underneath the deck, the 9 of Cups. The 9 of Cups. The 9 of Swords. Somebody is worried towards happiness. See that? 9 of Swords, 9 of Cups. And someone is contemplating 4 of Cups. 4 of Cups. Towards what? Waiting. 3 of Staff. Right? To take action towards the secret, unknown, unseen, unknown. Right? To move forward towards stability. See that? 4 of Staff. And then the thing about it is, if you keep your mind blocked, or you keep your mind on this one track thought, you'll never be victorious. You'll never be victorious. So someone is worried about happiness. Will I ever be happy? Will I ever find happiness? Right? I'm laying awake at night because I'm worrying about my happiness. And this leaves a person in a contemplative state. I got to get out of worry. I got to stop worrying about it. I can't worry about it. I'm on a new journey in love, but something is blocking me. Something is blocking me. 3 of Cups upon the ground is a blockage. And then they tell us what? Someone's state. I go from kneeling to on off. 4. Down, down. Down, down. No, 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 no. What? Worry, worry, worry. And I'm waiting for some type of secret to be exposed. I'm waiting on some type of sign. I'm waiting on some type of synchronicity. I'm waiting, I'm waiting, I'm waiting, I'm waiting. See that? I'm waiting towards the illumination of something being hidden, something being unseen, something unknown. I'm waiting, I'm waiting, I'm waiting. See that? I'm waiting. But while you are waiting towards the unseen, unknown, they're telling us forward movement is coming. Forward movement is coming. See that? You have to call it forth within your mind. Major changes of the mental. See that? Right? Major high priestess changes the mental. 6 of Swords, mental. Towards what? That balance. See that? 6 of Swords. But the Hierophant with the 6 of Swords, the Hierophant, wow, that could be a commitment, some type of relationship. But the High Priestess is major arcana number 2 with the 6 of Swords makes the 8. What is the 8? Spiritual rebirths and rejuvenations, also known as a transformation of the brain towards what? Stability. 4 of Staff. Actions could be about a partnership, relationships, either masculine and the feminine within the 4 points or the 4 walls. Yeah, 4 of Staff, stability, security, structure, foundation, control. You gotta get your mind right. You have to get your mind right. What is going to win in this situation? Woo! Your choice. But it's all going to be about feelings. Major, right? Right? Changes towards feelings or the rejuvenation of life factors, because there are 3 cups here. That is what's going to win the situation. You receive 2 swords. This is a conflict, and 2 staff. Action or mental. If you are at a blockage and you can't get out of your head about what to do, don't forget thought of action, right, is what's going to hinder you. 2 and 2. This is the block. But if you go with your gut feelings, this is what's going to cause changes. That's what you want. That's what you want. That's why they said victory towards the Queen of Swords, someone who is wounded in their mental. They're telling you now that your mind is going to be a blockage. Your mind is going to be a blockage. But what also comes in the logic? Action. See that? Thought of action is going to be your blockage. Go with how you feel. Go with how you feel. That's how I go. That's how I go. They steady giving you information, steady giving you keys in this life. That's what you want. Any type of assistance, any type of help, take it and run with it. I'm telling you, listen, I love you guys, right? If you have not checked out current situations, check out your current situation. I have 5 more current situations to do. I'll be getting on those this week. I'll be starting back up. A lot new. I had to go out of town and lay my family to rest. All the prayers, all the comments. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Everybody who attended the TTOD 2, right? That was our second TTOD. I'm glad you were there. We talked. It's like we was in school, right? We learned a lot, and then once you learn your lesson, you go out to recess. We just hung back, talked, found out some information. Some people got, questions answered. Our next TTOD 3, right? Talks Tarot Over Drinks. The vote is up at Enlightened Mystic Essentials. Because I may post this insight at both of the channels, right? Enlightened Mystic Essentials and Dark Mystic. It just depends on how Spirit has me doing it. If you have not voted, vote. The options are crystals and stones. We talked about that at TTOD. Gray magic or gray energy. Number or color, right? Those are the options for our next TTOD. And I don't know if it's going to be at the end of January or it's going to be February. I had a lot of fun. I actually did. On some things that I need to get more in depth in or into, I do research, right? Because my thing is giving you guys facts. Anybody who needs to schedule a reading, buy any type of mystic products, stones, it doesn't matter. Everything is at enlightenmystic.org. Subscribe, like, share, right? Comment. Outside of that, you know what I'm saying, I appreciate you guys, and I'll talk to you later. Work it out, figure it out, and stay prayed up at all times.